Our first order of business is to have election of officers for 2026.
I'll nominate Commissioner Gard as chairman.
I'll move to close the nomination. How's that? That make it easier?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Take nominations for vice chair.
I'll nominate Mayor Barton.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Our consent agenda, which is the minutes from the December 19th, 2025 meeting. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion of those minutes? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next up is our annual training. Dan Taylor will introduce that.
You'll be glad to know that there were no new statutes passed last session which affect your operations, and no new cases involving stormwater management, solid waste management districts. So, but I just want to touch on a couple things just to, as like a refresher. So if you look on page 2, the purposes, you'll see that it's your job to really do all, these are literally what the statute says, do all things necessary to reduce, manage, and dispose of solid waste and recover waste product from the solid waste stream, which you do, but that's your charge from the state legislature. If you look at the management plan section lower in the page, it tells you all the kinds of different information that has to be in your plan. You reviewed your plan in November, so you did that last year. And if you then will go to page 4, you'll see a section on duties and responsibilities of the board. And one of your jobs, you can see the 8 things that are listed. You're to adopt, review, and revise the plan each year. Approve and submit a budget to the Board of Commissioners and the County Council. Submit an annual report to the Board of Commissioners on or before March 1st, and that should be the DLGF. This is your annual financial report. Post your annual report on your website, which is now required. Enter into contracts for the provision of services, which you do. Conduct at least 2 joint meetings with your advisory committee, which is required. Assign topics of study to the advisory committee if you have topics that need to be studied, and take other action as necessary. You do have a special odd sort of rule about special meetings. If you want to have special meetings, you have to literally advertise that in the newspaper, and it can't be a legal ad. It has to be in bigger print. I don't know why that is, but that's a special rule. Funding you're going to talk about today. You've got funding you have to work out every year. If you look on page 6, it shows what must be in the annual financial report. It's about what one would expect, what you do with your money, the in and outs. Topics for 2026, again, I've listed these for you as we do every year, but also I've included those on the very last part, which is your like schedule for the year to make sure we don't miss anything. Reminder about open door law. If a majority of you are together, you have to give notice of that if you're discussing business of the district, and you're all on other boards and commissions, so you know that. And the access to public records, same thing. Any email or text regarding the business of the district is a public record and available, so be aware. And then I have the significant cases we talked last year, but again, no 25 cases or early 26 cases on this. But if you look on page 9, you'll see this checklist that I prepare every year for you, which just is a way for us to make sure we hit the deadlines we have. And so you can see today we have really 3 things to do. First is to approve your report, your financial report, facilitate a discussion regarding funding, and then adopt internal controls. So I'm going to turn to those internal controls for a minute. So the State Board of Accounts We've always taken the position that all boards and commissions of the county are covered by the county's internal controls. And last year during audit, the State Board of Accounts took the position that that wasn't exactly their view. And so now this year, certain of our agencies are having to adopt their own internal controls, and you're one of them. And so this, the internal controls essentially are a set of rules which state your position regarding what you'll do if you discover there's money missing. That's how this started. And then it grew into everything from filing your annual financial report and reviewing your processes. So even though you aren't getting the internal controls with much notice, I would recommend that later that you adopt them. You can always amend them, but the State Board of Accounts is going to be sending to our auditor correspondence saying, did you do that yet? Did you do that yet? Did you do that yet? And they may already have sent that letter. They have sent that letter. And so what I would recommend you do is you adopt it. I'll be happy to answer any questions about those internal controls when we get there, but I would just say it's, whether we agree that it's necessary, it doesn't seem to matter. So we'll just do it, and those can be in place for you. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any discussion or questions for Dan regarding annual training? Next up, old business, 2026 funding agreement with the City of Crawfordsville in the district. I guess just we'll make sure we're on the same page and where we're going. If anything changes or needs to be changed, just put that on there for discussion.
This came out of the recycling discussion, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Particularly the Wabash.
You have the
Yeah.
invoices in front of you on what we're actually being billed for, which we discussed, and to see if there's anything we should not be billed for. The only other invoice, I gave you a set of invoices from January, and the only other one I did not give you is we receive a large recycling invoice through the summer months, and it says it's for large recycle items dropped off at Walden's facility for the month of October. And she said that's more like in the summertime that we get those. Those average $60, $50. The one I have in my hand is $76. So, but the set you have in front of you, those are the typical invoices we receive every month.
Yeah, we've looked through all of this. We're good with this part. There previously had been charges for the drop-off site specifically that were pretty high, so those have come out, so we're good. Yep.
Excellent. New business, Resolution 2026-1, resolution adopting our internal control policies.
I'll move to approve.
Any discussion further? All in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? No public comment? No one here? Staff reports, and the 2026 Talks Away Day. Lori?
Yes. I just wanted to let you know a couple of things. Caldwell, I've made contact with them, and their fee is going to increase by, looks like maybe a couple thousand. We paid them $29,975 last year. 26, it's going to be $31,500. And also, we always they rent a forklift that we have to pay for, and that's $550. Now, and the next thing is July 4th lands on a Saturday this year. So I contacted Caldwell to see if they could give us July the 11th, and they cannot. They have two big counties that day. And so he gave me their available dates as June 20th, July 18th, July 25th, and August the 1st. I didn't know if you guys had any preference. I did take liberty just to get the discussion started with Crawfordsville High School to see if that date, July 18th, would be available for us to use the parking lot. But if you guys wanted to move that date, I can request another date with the school. I just kind of wanted to get that going. We always do that first week in July, which,
You get in the closer we get to August and then into August, the school will be open, and we'll have activities going, so.
yeah, that's,
First, probably too.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what worried me.
What was the June date?
June 20th?
Any preference?
I'd maybe preference the June, because I think, yeah, August, to your point about getting close to the school starting, and then July 18th, that's probably our county fair.
Okay. All right, I will change our request then to June the 20th.
See if that works for them.
Yes, will do. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
And then if that's good with them, then we can officially vote on it next meeting and make that announcement. Actually, that next meeting will be
That'll be-
probably then.
Yeah, that'll be your new,
Make a motion
Inter-
contingent on them
Yeah.
allowing.
Let's-
Did they give the okay for the July 18th?
no, I have not received an okay for that date yet.
Okay.
So I want to just get our things out there.
Yeah, make a motion.
I'd make
Our
a,
things, well, you know, so that technical, yes.
I'd make a motion that we approve June the 20th as our date, with July 18th being the backup if that doesn't work for the high school. And that to be at Crawfordsville High School again this year.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Is there any other business to come to us before the board? Entertain a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned.